I want to welcome everybody to this morning's show. Sorry, I'm getting a little set up. As you can see, I am on location at the beach. Hopefully, you guys have my sound coming through. Let me just check this real quick. I'm kind of running around managing kids and family and everything else, and it looks like we are live on the audio, which is absolutely awesome. So, give me a thumbs up if everybody can hear me and see me okay. I am at the beach. I am on my family vacation. And as always, we are trying to go live 6 days a week to bring you the updates and everything that we have going on. So listen, everybody. Hey, good morning, Ashley. I see that you're in the stream. Thank you for joining us this morning. We had a great week this week. I mean, a phenomenal week. Outside of, I got to come down to the beach and we have palm trees and everything else. I don't know if you can see them behind me where I'm sitting. I'm in a golf cart right now, and literally the beach is right here. Um, we had so much going on, and I have my notes, so everybody bear with me. I'm going to try and get my camera set up here on my tripod without making you all sick, so I don't have to hold it the whole time. And that way we can talk. Perfect. All right, check it out. So this week we started off with Jennifer Castenson, right? Jennifer Castenson, VP of Programming for Hanley Wood, was on this week. We had a great conversation on what they are doing, their thoughts on offsite construction, where the industry's heading. All of those things were just so pertinent to what we have going on today. And Jennifer Castenson has been doing this for a long time. She really, really knows what's happening in the industry. She's constantly talking with people from all over the world, not here just in the country of the United States, and they're collaborating and they're doing a lot of wonderful things. So Jennifer Castenson was this Monday, and I just really want to thank her for taking the time to come on. We talked about what the future of offsite was and what are some of the roadblocks, how tech is driving innovation, how costs and regulations are making it difficult in certain states. So all of these things were things that we did cover with Jennifer. And I think if you want to listen to that, it's definitely a worthwhile conversation that we had on Monday to listen to and enjoy, because there's so much information and it is changing every single day. Every single day it's changing. So we loved it, loved it, loved it. So we talked about that. We also talked about the regulations and the need for less regulations as well. And then also the further and what's slowing up the adoption of offsite construction. That was another thing that we went over, which was pretty neat. So listen, if you guys are just joining us, we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook right now. Please hit that like and share button and share this. And yeah, I'm kind of on the fly today. I'm doing this on my phone, so I hope it's coming through loud and clear. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Sounds like I'm losing my voice. And I don't even have my coffee with me this morning. I ran out of the house this morning early. So Tuesday, we had we had Building Modular with Jennifer. We went over the top 10 questions to ask your modular manufacturer, right? Contracts, service provided, financial terms, all of these things. You know, when you're looking at building modular and you're looking at getting into this, it is so important to pay attention to the details. Who is controlling what? What does the contract say? What is your delivery timeframes? Who's hiring the crane? Who's hiring the set crew? Who's responsible? I know, Caroline, I need to get some water. Maybe I can jump in the ocean there and get some. But who's responsible for all these things? It is so important when building modular that the coordination of information and who's doing what is handled up front. Just like the planning process, this all needs to be handled up front. You really need to button it down. So if you're going to get into offsite construction and modular, the attention is in the detail. You need to pay attention to it, and you need to ask all these pertinent questions. So if you want to learn about what you need to be asking people, if you're getting into modular, or even if you're a veteran, this is something you want to watch, because everything's negotiable. You got to understand what you're doing. It'll make your life so much better and so much easier. All right. So Wednesday, come on now, Wednesday, really? We had a factory tour with Helena Lidlow from Limbach, 450,000 square feet. We didn't cover every inch of it, but what a great show that we had with Helena and Emil, who runs up their AutoCAD system with Vertex and things that they're doing. But we literally had a live walkthrough of their manufacturing facility. It was amazing, the attendance that we had for this show. And this is why we're taking the show on the road. We're going to bring more factories to you live. You're going to be able to interact live. It's going to be such a fun day. So I love it, love it, love it. And again, listen, everybody, we are in South Carolina. You might see us at some factories while we're down here, but we are in South Carolina on our family vacation. And as I promised, we are coming to you live 6 days a week, and we're going to do this for 1 year, and then we'll see how it goes with that. But I love doing this, and I'm having so much fun bringing innovation to everybody. So listen, 55, they're building, excuse me, Limbax is building 55 assemblies daily. All departments are working together. This was the big thing. We talked about it yesterday a little bit too. The software that they're using, the automation that they're using, they look at production and design as one. Hear me out. Production and design is one. It's no different than being a design build firm where you have the manufacturer, or not the manufacturer, you have the builder and the architect working as one. So that's a really big deal. And I think that we need to really start thinking in that sense. They're not two separate things. They're all part of the spokes in the wheel that need to make it, work and go forward. So paying attention to what that is and knowing within your facilities, if you're a manufacturer, design is not separate from production and build is not separate from production. So with that said, think about that. This was a great conversation that we had with Helena and Emo. I mean, the whole thing was an absolute amazing interview, not only from walking the production floor, but these are veterans. These are people that figured out how to move it forward. And guess what? They collaborate with people here in the United States all the time. Benson Wood, they do a lot of collaboration with. They're doing some consulting work over here. So if you're in this industry and you want to learn from the best, you want to reach out to Helena for sure. For sure. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, we had we had two shows on Thursday. You know what was really cool about Thursday? We had the opportunity to have Garcia Stromberg on, Peter and George. Peter and George have been in this industry working with developers, working on $300 million plus dollar projects. They are global leaders when it comes to architecture and design, and they are coming into offsite. They are coming into offsite, and we've been talking with them and working with them, because they believe in it so much, and they see the industry going this way. Think about that. They play at the highest level when it comes to design and work that they're doing and the structures that they're building globally, not just here in the United States, and they are coming into offsite construction. So if you don't know Peter and George at Garcia Stromberg, GS4 Studios, you should look them up because they're going to make a big difference in this industry. They're going to bring their high design and what they're doing, bath pods, they love all of that, and they're going to incorporate it into future projects that they're looking to have. So here's your opportunity to reach out to George and Peter. I highly recommend it. These guys have it going on. Their whole team is amazing. They're artists, literally artists. Like they play music, they draw, they do architecture. It's just such a cool thing that they have going on, and really proud to be able to talk to them and work with them. So we did that Thursday at 11 a.m. as a special show to put them on because it was that important to have this level of architects on board with us for the high design. And then we had our increasing influence of Michael Tonert. Great show. One of the head of marketing at Black & Decker. If you haven't seen this show, Michael really took it over. I mean, he just went into it. He loves what he's doing so much. And I think that was a really powerful thing to see is how did the young person like himself all of a sudden end up on the stage at a NASCAR series race interviewing NASCAR racers? How does that happen? This is what you need to tune in for, because increasing influence is, a lot of it's just doing it. It's about having confidence, about how do you get out there and do what you need to do. And the biggest thing that you're going to learn out of Thursday's show is every one of you out there watching this, you are your own personal brand. You may work for somebody, you may work with somebody, right? You may have your own company, but if people start looking at themselves, especially in this day and age, as their own personal brand, I think it'll change the way you do things and the way you think, and it can change the trajectory of your career moving forward. So awesome show. And then, of course, yesterday, BS Friday, we had Mark Bare Naked Willie on. And I'm on my cell phone, so I'm going to get to some comments here in a minute. I just wanted to get through this first. But we had, and I'll say hi to everybody, but we had the Mark Bare Naked Willie on. What a great show. And we had Leah Dickens on from Deltec Homes. Deltec Homes has been building offsite construction in their manufacturing plant and sustainable net zero style homes for a lot of years. Doing this when it wasn't cool. I don't even know if it's cool now, but it feels cool, right? People are heading that way. They're heading towards, especially with everything going on in the world, healthier homes, right? Safer homes for our family, better built homes. Why not? You know, it's funny. Peter and George said, and I love this comment. Um, how come cars don't leak but homes do? Why do cars not leak but homes do? And he's absolutely right. You know, changing how we're building and what we're doing and how we're going about it just makes sense. It makes sense. You cannot cut, Jerry says this, Makahi, you cannot cut a 2x4 across the toe of your boot in the field the same way Jerry can cut it on his multi-million-dollar laser cut accurate machines in a manufacturing plant. So there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to unpack on BS Friday yesterday. We didn't even get through everything. There was so much of it. So we look forward to actually going to their manufacturing facility here in the future, as well as hopefully some of their projects and some of their homes. They're right here in North Carolina. Who knows? Who knows where we're going to end up over the next week? I think after here, we're heading to Virginia Beach, by the way. So, all right, love it, love it. Next week, guess what? On Monday, who we have back on? We have the one, the only Greg Ugaldi on Monday at 1 p.m. The immediate past chairman of the National Association of Home Builders is going to be on Dave Cooper Live, and we're going to have some updates. And there is going to be an associate member of the NAHB joining us. Greg and I are going to get together after the show, hopefully, and work out some of the details because he wants to bring somebody in on the show, which means it's going to be a phenomenal show. We're not going to just keep it Greg and I all the time. We are going to bring other people in to have this conversation, to move this ball forward. So definitely want to tune in on Monday with Greg Ugaldi on Expert Interview. That is this coming Monday. And then, as always, guys, make sure we got Building Systems Week coming up at the NAHB. And I know I have some banners in here somewhere, and I can start putting some of those things up, but it's a little harder from the phone. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. But we need to make sure that we're supporting what's going on. Let's try that. There's my Greg Ugaldi banner. Look at this. I'm getting it right, guys. So we got Greg Ugaldi coming on the 24th, but Building Systems Week is also coming up, and I don't have that preloaded here. But it's the third week. It's the third week of September coming up. It's free. It's free to register. So register. This is a great place to meet other people in offsite construction, to grow your knowledge, to grow everything that you're doing. So I highly recommend that you guys join that show. And if you're not in offsite or you're trying to learn offsite, it would be a big difference for you to jump in and learn something on that. So, all right, love it. So Tuesday we have Building Modular with Jennifer. Wednesday is going to be our product spotlight, and we are going to bring somebody in for that. Like I said, we're on vacation through next week, so we're kind of keeping it a little bit light, so there's not so much to try and manage on the road because it is hard. And please let me know if the stream's coming through well. I have never done this from my cell phone before. I usually have my mobile backpack, but I want to dig in the comments. And then we have Increasing Influence and BS Friday coming up thereafter. So let's get into the comments and see who all we have going on here this morning. So Ashley Bookholt, thank you, Ashley, for joining from Winnetka, Chicago. Ashley, you're going to have to teach me how to do that. Brian Iverson, where are you going today? I am on my way to go salmon fishing on Lake Superior. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'd love to come up there and do some salmon fishing with you. Right now, my kids are at the house, probably having breakfast, waiting for me to come back because we're going to go sit our bums on some beach chairs and stare at the ocean all day. And then we'll go watch some Shark Week because that always gets them riled up about being at the ocean. So that's what's on our agenda today. Hey, good morning, Joel Hutchinson. Good to see you, my friend. Happy Saturday to you, too. I hope all is well. And I forgot to put Brian up there. Brian, I just wanted to make sure I gave everybody a shout out. T-Stud, you guys are killing it. You're doing some great stuff with your product. I love it. I love it. Mark had your T-shirt on Friday. I saw that. All right. Where is everyone that is watching? Thank you, Ashley, for putting that up. Where is everybody tuning in from today? Put it in the comments. I love to hear where you're tuning in from. Send me messages. You can send me messages on LinkedIn. We are going to take this show on the road. So we are looking for participants in that. So if you're interested in learning more on how you can be a part of our tour, our show on the road, traveling the country, going to manufacturing facilities, and when it opens up, we're heading overseas as well. So be sure to join us. Be sure to contact us if you're interested in taking place in some of this, taking part in some of this. All right, so we got Jennifer Cooper. Anybody know who that person is? Sounds like a great day, Brian Iverson. I agree. Hey, Michael Donart from Baltimore. Good to see you, Michael. We were talking about you a little bit this morning. Thanks for being on the show. We had a great time with you Thursday. Absolutely. And Carolina, I know you put that up. Thank you so much. I always love it when you join in. We had such a wonderful podcast. And if you don't know Carolina and Tim Seams, you need to get on their Building Perspective podcast journey with them. Listen to what they're putting out there. It is amazing. And we were actually really humbled that you had Mark, Willie, and I on your show. So thank you so much. All right, Jennifer, Helena Lidlow from Limbeck's Bigs. And the modular factory tour was so informative. Thank you. No wonder there is a full pipeline. Listen, it was one of the best shows that we were able to showcase on location that we haven't been able to do for a while with this COVID. We have more coming up next week, some other manufacturers, but they did such an awesome job working with us to pull that together, make sure that they were able to be up and running and give us the level of quality video that they were able to give us. It was amazing. It was amazing. You're right. Jennifer's helping me out in the background. She's home with the kids. Jennifer Castenson shared with us some terrific insight on how to expand further adoption of offsite construction and some of the roadblocks. Yes, she did in a great way. Helena's joining us. Hey, what's happening, Helena? Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't heard, I've been talking about you a little bit this morning. We had so much fun on Wednesday. So, Helena, thank you. You know, they're from Sweden. Their factory, Lindbach, is in Sweden, and Helena is the head of R&D, and she says you are dead correct. Design build equals one process. It truly does. It takes the team in offsite. It takes a team in site building, but it also takes the team in offsite construction to really nail this. It takes everybody pulling in the same direction to make it happen. And Helena, you guys are doing it right. All right, Jennifer Cooper, George Garcia, Peter Stromberg, and Garcia Stromberg can bring a world-class design approach to modular volumetric design and construction. They are already working with global developers. Check out their project. They are working with global developers. You need to go check out their projects. They are doing big things. And I can tell you now, when they go full throttle on offsite construction, which they are going to do and they are working towards, it is going to make a huge impact. They are working with some of the biggest players out there. They do work with Tavistock, right? I think the Lake Kona project down in Florida. So there's some really big things happening with them, and I think people really need to pay attention for sure. Ashley Bilkert, I've been watching as much as I can for weeks, learn more about offsite building than in my entire career. Dave, you have a powerful platform. Nice week. Ashley, thanks so much, man. And I hope everything's going well with you. I do know we need to follow up with Materials Exchange and what you guys are doing with your platform. I think it's kind of really going to be a game changer what a Materials Exchange is doing. So let's keep talking about that. And I want to learn more, and I definitely want to continue our conversation because I think a lot of people could really learn a lot from about what you guys are doing. So if you don't know Ashley and Materials Exchange, check them out for sure. All right, Jennifer wrote, Michael Tonart is correct. Let's see. Robert L. Del Schneider, the master of the art of persuasion. He has been talking about reputation management for decades. Your spin on this makes it current for the next generation. You are a brand. Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole thing got out of that. If you didn't see Michael, I mean, he has energy. Honestly, I thought it was Michael's show on Thursday, which was so much fun, you know, and it's fun to watch people when they get so excited and they have that energy. So, Michael, thank you so much. And you're right. It's all about being a brand, and that is super, super important. All right. Well, that's all the comments that I can see for right now in the stream. listen, everybody, please tune in this upcoming week. Monday, like I said, it's going to be a little light week. We may keep the shows a little bit short just because we are on our family vacation, but we are still going to bring you quality programming. We are still going to bring you quality interviews. We're not gonna lighten up on that whatsoever. And we are kicking it off with top quality Monday with Greg Ugaldi, the immediate past chairman of the NAHB. You need to tune in for that. I think it is absolutely amazing. And you know what? I haven't ever tried this before, but I don't know if you guys can see it. But if everybody's interested in seeing where I'm at before I end the show, maybe I'll give you a picture of where we're going to be sitting with the kids here in just a minute. Whoops. Check this out. Hopefully nobody steals. I have my laptop on there as well. But we're going to be right down there on that beach over here. And this is kind of cool. Maybe Jennifer and I can do our building modular episode from our beach chairs right back here. See, they have the chairs set up. They got everything ready to go. This is how we're going to spend our weekend and part of next week. So listen, everybody, I really do appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. It was so great having you on the show today again. And everybody always, I always love giving shout outs when people join in and join the conversation. Please like and share this and get it out to everybody. We are going to change the way we build. We are going to make homes affordable, and we are going to make homes healthy. I think that means so much. And by working with people globally in a collaborative effort, like Lynn Baxter from around the world and Garcia Stromberg and all of these great people that are coming into our industry or have been veterans in this industry for a long time, it takes everybody to make that happen. So, all right, everybody, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're about to have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.